Okay, I think that is it. So I was listening to Dean Graziosi this morning, actually, on that YouTube link that I talked to you about. And he was sharing something an exercise that I wanted to do with you guys. And I don't know if you're in a place where you can write anything right now. So I'm going to kind of map out these steps. And then when you get a chance, I want you to do this exercise. And he talks about the direction of your life and where it's going and I know we all can relate getting frustrated. I've been in a very frustrated chapter lately. I'm an incredibly driven human, and I'm in a very challenging chapter myself, just with life circumstances, and not being able to be that driven individual in the work area. It's got work, and then I've got three tiny humans that depend on my survival, and then I've got my husband gone all the time starting his own business and like being his secretary somehow, and then building a house and living with my parents, and I'm like, ah, it's really hard right now. I'm not complaining. I always want to be transparent with you guys that this life is not easy, nor should it be if you're creating something great. It will be challenging and it's going to be hard. It's going to make you want to quit. But at the end of the day, it's my decision what I do with that. Right. So I've been pivoting pretty much every day and continuing to go forward and communicating a lot with my spouse. But I think that this was really helpful for me. The first step is to be very honest with where you're at right now. So whether you're a brand new coach or you've been around for a while, identify where are you in life right now? What are your struggles? What does your life look like? How are you feeling about where you're at? Are you happy? That's amazing. Like, are you content with where you at? Are you in a chapter of maintenance? There's nothing wrong with that. Are you in a chapter of survival? Are you just running with a chick with a chicken? Are you running with the chicken? Are you running with the chickens with your heads cut off? Because that's how it feels. Oh my gosh. Hopefully by now you know how to speak Jessicanese. Um, Identify and be honest with what you're frustrated about if you are frustrated. And that to me was so helpful because I don't know about you, but it can be really easy to get caught up in like this angst of like things aren't going how I want them to go. I am not as successful as I want to be. Things are not happening like I wanted them to happen, but I haven't taken the time to get clarity on why that's happening and why I feel that way, which makes me feel worse and I'm super grumpy. And so if you can sometimes just take the time to identify objectively without your like feelings and stuff in it, as weird as that may sound, why am I unhappy right now or what is going on? It's very helpful because the second step is where do I want to be? Where am I wanting to go? We sat down, my husband and I sat down yesterday morning and did this like a year from now, 5 years from now, the dream life. We need to like revisit this. What are we wanting to build? What are we wanting life to look like? Okay, we want to take a trip every quarter with our kids and go somewhere. It doesn't have to be extravagant, but we want that. So what do we need to do in order to make that freedom happen financially and with our schedule? Because if you don't know where you're wanting to go, you're not going to know what decisions to make today in order to get there, right? We know that when you think of it like a GPS system and you tell Siri, I need to drive to California from Idaho. If I only said, I want to go to California, let me flip this around. If I only said, I want to go to Idaho without saying where I'm starting, no one knows what direction to go. You're going to have to guess. And so the decisions you make in your life might not be the right ones to get you there. They might be good things in your life, but they might be getting you to a different destination than where you want to go. So you will always be frustrated. So it's important to identify where you're starting and where you're not your end point necessarily, but what does success look like to you in your life? It looks for me like financially, what does success look like? My mortgage is paid off. We absolutely have no debt, and we have an abundance of finances to be able to take trips anywhere, but also to invest in things that are important to us, to put all three kids in a private Christian school, to take a quarterly trip with my kids, to take one tropical vacation every year, whatever that is that brings you joy and excitement that you are willing to fight for. Write those things down. And then you go next to number 3. Why are those things important to you? And it can't be surface level. And this is where I know I've done this exercise with Sarah. Please, I can't remember who did it with you too, but doing 7 levels deep of why something matters to you. And so you say, an annual vacation with my family is important to me because I, want to make memories. Okay, well, why do you want to make memories? Well, I want to make memories with my kids because I don't have very many vacation memories from when I was a kid with my parents. I'm just throwing things out there. Or maybe I did have the best times in my childhood was when we went on a vacation when I was a kid. Okay, why are those the best memories of your life when you were a kid? Well, because I lost my dad when I was young, and those are the best memories I have of us as a family unit. Okay, well, why are those the best memories? And you just keep going, and there will get a point to like level 5 where it's super uncomfortable. And you're like, I don't know why. This is the way that I feel. But I challenge you to go deeper. And usually for most of us, it will stem from a period in life between 8 and 13 where something happened to you, good or bad, that really ingrained in you what's important in life. And I don't know why this is. I'm not a psychologist, but it's just true. And that is not a science of an age, but for me, that was definitely like what drives me is preventing preventable suffering, because my dad was killed by 2 preventable acts, and that I see lifestyle disease, I see obesity, I see people suffering, and it's 100% preventable. And I feel like I want to do something about that. I feel called to do something about that because I've experienced that in my life. And so every one of us has something different. So identify why at a deep level. And it's going to have to be something that gets you up early in the morning or keeps you up late at night or whatever your healthy balance is, that drives you to do the hard things, to do the live videos, to figure it out when you don't know how to do it. It's going to have to be something that pushes you past your uncomfortable, because this will be hard. It will be uncomfortable. Growing pains always are. They will always make you want to quit because that's a survival thing ingrained in our brain, right? So what's going to keep you going? And then lastly, once you know where you are, where you want to go, why it's important to you, the next thing is to figure out, how do you get there? How do I get to where I want to go? You ask people that have done it, that are on the other side of the bridge that you're trying to cross, and you learn from them. And that is where things like our team calls and the resources in our team page, YouTube, the Google, ask people who have been there, who have struggled through what you're struggling with. Right now, I'm needing to make a decision of, do I homeschool Logan for kindergarten, or do I send him to a private school and make that investment? I'm asking other moms who have done that and who have been there. And I remember Sarah doing this and having this decision. So that's really helpful for me because she's been there, and I watched her and the struggles and the blessings of both of those things and both of those sides. So it's very helpful for me. And so no matter where you're at in your business, look to people who have struggled through what you maybe are struggling through, or have accomplished what you want to accomplish, and do those things. And that is where this new coach this is how you get your business started, why it works, because I've done it, and several coaches on our team have done it and become successful and have fallen on their face and have done things wrong and have done things right. And so that's the beauty of the team, is that we figure it out together, because this isn't black and white, and not everyone should do it the same exact way with the same exact message. And then the last thing I wanted to say about that is to do it in a way that fits your lifestyle. My lifestyle is very different than other people's, and everyone on our team, for the most part, our lifestyles are different. And so what works for me isn't going to work for you. Today is my 5-year Beachbody coaching anniversary. Today is, which is crazy. But where I'm at in my business, I'm going to work it differently than where you are, no matter if you're in it 3 or 4 years, or if you're brand new and today's your first day. And that's okay, right? My strength and my background is going to be different than your strength and your background. So while you're going to learn the roadmap in a sense, it's so important to do it in a way that brings you joy and that fits your lifestyle. Because if you're working full time or you have 7 kids, I only have 3. If your kids are in daycare all day and mine aren't, or when mine are in daycare or go to school and yours aren't, again, you have to find a way to do it that fits you, so you're not setting yourself up for failure. With that being said, now here is, how do you get your business started strong? Okay, besides the first 34 minutes of me talking, I think that first exercise is the most important. And I look back to when I started coaching, and many of you have heard this, but some of you haven't because you're brand new. I didn't want to coach. I wanted nothing to do with it because I was working full time, 40 to 60 hours a week in a prison, and I had a new baby, and my husband was on call 24/7. And so I told Liz, my coach, I don't have time for this. I don't want anything to do with it. But she just told me, no problem. But since you have a coach account for the discount, if you have friends or family who want to do this with you, here's a quick like instructional for how you could get them signed up under you, but you can add them to my group. And in my head, I was like, that's a no-brainer, duh. And that's when I reached out to my mom and my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my best friend, and I sent them Liz's before and after pictures. And I said, check out this chick's results. She just had a baby. I want to get in shape after baby. Let's all do this together. It would be so fun. At the time, it was $140, but you didn't get all of the Beachbody On Demand programs. You got DVDs of one program, containers, and Shakeology. I'm pretty sure that was it. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. This is amazing. And that's what they said too. I signed everyone up as coaches because I didn't really get that there was another option. And I thought, why wouldn't everyone want the discount? I do things a little differently now, but at the time, like, I didn't know anything. It just made sense to me. You signed people up much differently. We didn't have share cart, so I just asked them for all of their private information, including their social security number. I don't know why they didn't like question me. They like really trusted me. And then I went in and created their accounts under me and I signed them up. So it's very different now, but I look back and I think I am someone who wants to know all the information. I want to be really good at what I do. I want to know all the information first. And I didn't know all the information at all when I started. And we have all these amazing checklists for you now, and we have these trainings, and there's so much information out there. But I will tell you, and I'm sure Sarah and Felicia could tell you this too, one of the biggest mistakes that I see new coaches make is that they get stuck in learning and they don't take action, and or it's disproportionate. They take a little bit of action and they get stuck in the learning of how to do things, and they feel busy and they feel like they're working their business, but they quickly get frustrated because they're not getting anyone to sign up and they're not making any money, and then soon they'll quit because they're like, oh, this didn't work for me. I tried coaching, it didn't work for me. But the truth is, if you're not taking action and you're talking to a small amount of people, you're not actually trying. You're not actually doing the things required to be successful. So I want to make sure that you know that if you don't talk to a lot of people, that you're not, don't judge coaching based on, I sent out 5 invites to somebody, 5 hey girl messages, or that I talked to my family and they are not supportive. Because while my family may have been supportive, a lot of coaches that I work with, their families are not supportive either. Liz's family, not all of them are supportive. I'm pretty sure that her mom just started. She's been doing this for 9 years. Like, I know single moms with no family. I know several coaches are extremely successful in this and their family was not supportive. So don't be discouraged. I will tell you that the people closest to us sometimes are the most difficult. You can't be a prophet in your own land. It is very hard sometimes for people who've known you forever to think of you as someone different than maybe what you've been in the past. And so I just want to make sure I encourage you to not get discouraged by that. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys really quick. Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen. So this is our leadership page, right? If you go into the guide section, I have just updated this as of yesterday or the day before. And you will see 5 steps to being successful as a coach. This is a new coach framework. And I just updated the new coach checklist. Again, I will reiterate, everything that you need to know to be successful is here. But do not get stuck in the learning. You have to actually take action in each of the steps and do the things. For those of you who've been around for a while, I want to encourage you to look at this because things have changed a little bit. I have changed things based on my 5 to 8 star mastermind that I'm in and what's working for people, feedback that I've gotten. So this new coach checklist, I want to just go over it really quickly with you. The first thing is to be a coach of yourself first. Your journey is the most important. Do not sacrifice that. And I'm saying that for those of us who've been around for a while, because it's very easy to sacrifice our own personal journey to work. And part of our job is getting results. Part of our job is following the nutrition plan. I had to have that own talk with myself. Part of our job is doing the workouts and knowing the workouts, but part of our job is also structuring it in a way that brings us joy. So I heard this from Julie Voris recently. If a launch program does not bring you joy, the only people who know it's a launch program are the people that are coaches. The rest of the world doesn't know that. So do another program that brings you joy, because the joy is what is going to attract people to you. When you're looking at your Instagram or your Facebook, mostly Instagram, you can kind of get a vibe from people in a better way. Are you exuding joy? Are you a light to people on social media? Do they see and feel your heart through your smile? And I'm telling you that because that's why I was so successful my first year. I knew nothing. I was working so much. I had a new baby. Life was very challenging. I worked in very small pockets of the day, but I was so excited. I was so excited about Shakeology. I was so excited about the results I was getting. I was so excited that my workout was only 22 minutes. I was so excited about the potential that I had of maybe building something that would get me out of prison. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was excited. And the excitement and the joy is what attracted people to want to know more about what I was doing. That was it. My journey. I was a coach of myself first. I was doing I was carrying the containers to prison. I was known as the Shakeology girl. Like that was just a huge part of what I was doing. I was listening to personal development on my commutes. That was why I was successful. You could know all the other things, and if you neglect this, you will not be successful. You will be a hypocrite. So make sure that this is the number one. I talk you through in this one how to set up your website, Beachbody's website. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, your own website that Beachbody's given you is epically better, so much better than it was just 2 years ago. That we all have our own websites now that we can send people, but you have to set it up. You can set up your own pictures, your own videos, your favorite workouts, your favorite recipes. It has like a stream of pictures now that you can upload about your family. So check that out. How to set up your direct deposit so we can get you paid. So this is something that's changed, and I wanted to re-edify this from last month and my personal switch that I made for inviting. I am the first half of the month, like through the 14th, inviting to my free community on Facebook. You do not have to do this, but I'm just telling you, especially if you're new, it's gonna make your life a lot better, easier. I invite to my free community. That's my Health Patriot Nation page. In there, I am sharing things from, let me show you, Grow My Business, Product Tools and Shareable Media. There are so many free resources that you can share with your people. So let's say, let's go to featured media. Let's see what's on there. I have no idea, so we're going to find out together. Here's a tour of Beachbody On Demand. Why do we always feel tired? A sample of the unstressed meditation. A sample introducing Shanti's new program, Let's Get Up. Let's talk about the total solution and the annual Beachbody On Demand Shakeology Challenge Pack. How do we control our weight? Do you think that would be helpful? Okay, let me copy this link. And when I copy it, because it's from within my back office, this is what people are going to see. Your coach name here, which is awesome. They'll be able to play this video.
We're eating a lot of nutrient-starved food.
Which these videos are so much better than they used to be. And then they can connect with you here. They can view your website. If people click on that and view my website, it's linked to my blog. This is my own personal one. You do not have to have your own website. There's just a lot you can do with these. So I'm going to send that link. I'm going to put it in my free community and be like, how many are you struggling with your weight right now? Check out this video in my free community. I'm adding free value and it's taking me seconds, right? And so that's what I've been doing. And then obviously you can add in anything. You can post anything in there. Do live videos, do your favorite recipes. And then the second half of the month, I'm inviting from my free community. I'm talking a lot about the challenge, the 30-day challenge I'm starting on the 1st of the next month. Because those people have requested to join your group, they are primed to be a yes to invites to your paid stuff because you've established value with them there. Again, this is not how I've done things in the past, but with the economy, with that's not the word that I was trying to say. With the world, with this, just the stuff that's going on in social media, there's so much sales out there. We become white noise. So offering a free value is really helpful. And then helping them get to know you in that page, it just makes your invites a lot more productive. For a new coach, it's going to boost your confidence because everyone says yes. Most people say yes to a free community. So make that free community awesome. You don't have to post in there every day, but being present in there is really helpful. Again, Facebook is not the only place you could do that, but it's unfortunately the easiest right now. Okay, so I wanted to let you know about that. Where is my thing that I was just looking at? I'm gonna have to open it again. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say really quickly about, where did I go? This is the wrong one. I'm like, what happened? Okay. Learn how to use the customized links. I have that here so that you can learn how to do that. And then your first thing after you do kind of some of the technical stuff, sign up your first 3 people. That's it. I don't care how you do it, but sign up your first 3 people. And usually it's going to be however you got started with the challenge pack you got started with. You're telling them, this is how I started. This is how you should start. I have a link here of the benefits of signing up your spouse. That's what I did. And I'm so thankful that I did. Here's my video of how to do it in your first 24 hours. And then here's a quick video about Success Club. So, and then I have here like some different things you can do about setting up your vision, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that this is here. I need to change this because I think that I just found a glitch in my own system. Next we have income goals. So I have mapped out for you guys. This is going to open a YouTube link. I have mapped out for you guys exactly what our income structure looks like at a basic level. You won't understand it because nobody does in their first 2 years. But these are the 5 ways that you can earn income as a coach. If you are wanting to build a business, a successful business, then you need to know how we make money because businesses aren't successful unless they're earning an income, right? And so here's how to do those things. I have a video, so I'm not going to repeat. Here's a cheat sheet on your commission on how much you'll earn per challenge pack that you get people set up with. Here is a breakdown of how you can earn your first 800 to 1,000 bucks. And then here's our rank roadmap to the top. So how to go from your first promotion of Emerald all the way to 15-star Diamond, and what those average quarterly bonuses are. You're looking at 50 to 75 grand for a quarterly bonus as a 15-star Diamond coach. Now, not everybody wants that. Not everybody is driven in that way. I am an Enneagram 3 and extremely driven by competition. And so for me, I know that like regaining 5-star or 10-star, it's not exciting for me, as weird as that sounds. I know how I'm programmed and I want to win, right? So for me, it's like a game. If I set as a team, I think we can build to 15-star and win the game. And then with that bonus, I want to take our team to Hawaii. Well, that becomes super fun for me. And all of a sudden, I feel like Hawaii is something as a team we could rally around, right? Am I right? Like, unless you don't like travel vacations, which then that's totally fine. You don't have to come. But I know that that's exciting to me. So that's why I want you guys to see the potential, because your goals and your ambition should match your work ethic, right? And you're gonna hit roadmaps. Oh my gosh, roadblocks. There's gonna be points where you feel like you're hitting your head against concrete, and there's gonna be times where you invite a ton of people and no one says yes, and then you're gonna get coach cancellations, and you're gonna drop your rank, and it will not stop you if you're clear on why you're doing this and what you're building towards. Success is not linear. You're going to go up and you're going to go down, and then you're going to go up a little bit higher, and then you're going to go down a little bit less, and then you're going to go up higher, and then you're going down again. It's just how it goes. So it's really important to me for new coaches that you know and have expectations that it is up and down. But if you have your eyes set on where you're going and why it's important, it will so be worth it. Okay, back to here really quick. I have a whole section on how to invite people. Just start doing it. The best thing you can do, be a coach of yourself first and invite every single person that you know to do it with you. The more people you invite, the more you're going to learn about conversations, the more you're going to learn how to talk to people, the more questions you're going to have, the more questions you're going to learn the answers to. So talk to as many people as possible. Here's a training that I did on 5 reasons that why we're different. And I think it's important for us to understand that so we can speak to the value of Shakeology, of our total solution in the challenge pack. But if you don't understand that, it's not going to make sense to you, right? This is going to be super empowering for you to understand the price, why it's insanely priced, and all those things. And then here is a quick roadmap of how to go from a new coach to diamond coach. Diamond coach is your first step of leadership. It's the foundation for a solid business moving forward with residual income. So I've got a tracker in here. Here's a training for how to do that in 30 days and earn your first $1,000 in the process. And again, this month, we're going to go into that more. And then the bonus resource here is our new coach complete business guide. And this is meant to be a resource document for you to use this page as a resource for what do you need to know. Okay, what are the vital behaviors of successful coaches? How do I sign someone up? Let me go to page 4. I go to page 4 and it talks exactly on how to sign someone up. Some of this will be redundant, but so you know, it's important for me that you know you have everything you need to be successful. It is up to you. I am not your boss. Your coach who you sign up with is not your boss. It's not our job to boss you around and tell you what to do and hold you accountable. It's your business. We're just here as your community and your support to help you be successful, answer your questions. Don't ever go if you don't know something, do not ever keep that to yourself. Ask it in our leadership page. We have amazing coaches who will help you be successful in this business. And that is from new coach all the way to the top, right? We are here to support each other however we can. Okay, Sarah and Felisa, do you guys have anything that you want to add for new coaches specifically, or questions that you had in the beginning, or things that you found helpful? If not, that's okay. I just wanted to give you an opportunity.
Just do it. Just
Just do
start
it,
inviting.
right?
The longer you wait, it doesn't get any easier. So just do it.
It's true. I feel like it gets more frustrating and more
Yeah.
intimidating.
Yeah, it actually gets harder.
Yeah, my biggest thing is, I think, looking back on my two separate journeys, because I kind of consider them separate, is takes me back to the quote of that comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
So the more you and that's why I don't really look at a lot of coaches. I don't, as a matter of fact, I follow nobody on anything except for like you, and I think oh my God, I cannot believe I am forgetting her, Dana. And I only follow Dana because her and I are very similar personalities. And I feel like she inspires me to be more myself. But I don't follow coaches for that reason, because when I first joined Beachbody, the first time I found myself trying to connect with all these coaches because it's a positive experience, and you have these positive people in your feed, which yes is great. But then at the same time, I started going, well, look at the success they're having, and look how perfect their life is. And oh my gosh, I want that, but I can't have that. I'm not getting that. What am I doing wrong? And you just start to really doubt yourself and your own journey and your own process. And I feel like that's probably the biggest mistake you can make. So that's just my opinion.
I love that. Thank you, Sarah. Have a good appointment.
Thanks.
And thank you, Felicia. I think that was so valuable and such a good reminder for everybody at every stage, right? I was thinking today, like today's my 5-year coaching anniversary. And so like there was a glimpse of, oh man, Liz was 15-star at her 5-year. There's that glimpse of comparison. And I think we all, at some point, we all do that. But it's remembering her journey is different than mine. My journey is different than hers. All of our journeys are different. And it's just important that we keep our eyes focused on what's ahead. And then I think the beautiful thing about looking at other people's stories, if you have the discipline to do this, is there's also coaches like Emily Favre who went from diamond to 15-star in a matter of months, and it's like, oh, if she could do it, I could do it. And we hear these other coaches who were struggling in and out of diamond, and then all of a sudden they went all the way to the top, or they became a 10-star because something switched for them and they didn't quit. So I think that's really valuable information or advice. Thank you for sharing. Awesome, you guys. I'm gonna let everybody go. Thank you so much for joining on. I will get this recording up as soon as possible, and I look forward to this month. You guys are amazing. Bye.